Harry bear the brunt of fury as knowing Charles's olive branch for fear Memoir to harm Camilla. The Prince of Wales worries the book could turn into an excoriating takedown on Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Prince Charles is said to be worried about the damage that Prince Harry could incite with his memoir. As such, he made certain to invite his son to his home in the UK so he could learn more about it. Ahead of the Queen's Platinum Jubilee next month, the Prince of Wales is said to have invited the Duke and Duchess of Sussex to stay with him amid their ongoing security concerns. The Duke of Sussex promised a truthful account of his life experiences in his memoir, which is due for release later this year. His publisher Random House said the book will contain the definitive account of the experiences, adventures, losses and life lessons that have helped shape him. The British royals are said to be worried about its contents, especially the Prince of Wales, who fears that it could contain damaging stories about Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall. Forget the Prince Andrew saga. The main topic of discussion at Clarence House is Harry's book, and the reputational damage it could very well do, a source told The Sun, adding, "There are concerns about Harry's recollections of Camilla's entry into the royal family, and how her long-running romance with Charles damaged him from a young age." Prince Harry is believed to be fiercely loyal and protective of Princess Diana and her legacy and didn't approve of Camilla sweeping in as the great love of his father's life. It is reportedly understandable that he found those early years incredibly difficult, and he might publicly blame Camilla for much of what he believes went wrong in his childhood, and the trauma the whole situation caused. Charles is deeply protective of Camilla. The last thing he needs, especially in a year of celebration that should be all about the Queen, is an excoriating takedown of Camilla at a time when people have finally taken her to their hearts. Last year Harry stunned the monarchy after announcing he had signed a book deal to tell his story. Publisher Random House released a statement saying, "Prince Harry will share, for the very first time, the definitive account of the experiences, adventures, losses and life lessons that have helped shape him." Covering his lifetime in the public eye, from childhood to the present day, Prince Harry will offer an honest and captivating personal portrait, one that shows readers that behind everything they think they know lies an inspiring, courageous and uplifting human story. Just how honest Harry will be remains to be seen. And just how damaging the book could prove to Charles and Camilla similarly hangs in the balance. The source adds, Harry also still has anger towards his father, who insists he cut him off financially, despite the published royal accounts suggesting he didn't. He hopes by inviting Harry to stay, he can gently talk to him about the book and ask if there's anything he needs to know. He is also desperate to see his grandchildren, Archie and Lilibet, the latter, of course, whom he is yet to meet. Indeed, Harry reportedly has form for indiscretion. The 2020 publication of his and Meghan's controversial biography Finding Freedom led to yet more friction between father and son. According to insiders, Charles wanted to know if Harry had contributed to the book. This, in turn, apparently prompted the Duke to question if his father had assisted author Robert Jobson, whose 2018 book, Charles at 70, first revealed Harry's explosive, "What Meghan Wants, Meghan Gets" demand. As is now well known, in November Meghan was forced to admit she had helped the authors with their research, prompting the Sun to dub her Little Miss Forgetful in view of her earlier adamant denials. Things only worsened in the seismic wake of Harry and Meghan's claims that they had been the victims of racist comments about the color of their son Archie's skin. Since then Charles himself was accused in another book of being the royal racist, something his staff have furiously dismissed as fiction. And in his controversial Oprah Winfrey interview last year, Harry claimed that Charles had literally cut me off financially in the first quarter of 2020. However, accounts showed the Prince of Wales helped the Duke and Duchess with a substantial sum of money after they quit royal duties 2 years ago, £2 million in the 2020-21 financial year.